Hello, beautiful heart. How are you feeling? How are you doing today? It is Saturday, March 18th, and I wanted to hop on to kind of go over and review some of these energies that are coming forth that we have been working with, some of the things that may be coming up for you. Just really deep feels right now. So wanted to just bring a few things into perspective in terms of what my guides are bringing through. So if you are new to this channel, my name is Jennifer, and I have a very strong connection to my team. I bring through intuitive messages, images, songs, to help navigate through these ever-changing times. So let's begin, shall we? When I tuned in, we have such a, how do I want to put this? The elementals, the crystal consciousness is really here to help guide us, to help us navigate through our emotions and our perceptions in this time space. So I wrote down, per usual, a few things that wanted to come through, and definitely messages from the crystals will be key in this, as well as dream time, and weaving our dreams into reality. And also what came forth is healing past lifetimes through dream space. So there's kind of a lot that we're going to go through, but I just want to start with the song Bring Me a Higher Love, because when I tuned into this, it's like consciously, subconsciously, so many people are wanting to turn up the dial, you know, like wanting to experience greater, more abundant relationships. And a lot of people are moving into self-development, self-love, self-nurturing, self-honoring. So the song that came forth with this is Bring Me a Higher Love. Bring me a higher love. And with that opened to the guides we're bringing forth, in order to bring this into fruition, one must first understand, have this level of awareness, and then bring this forth into the embodiment of this higher consciousness of what love is. And they're saying that it shows up in so many ways and areas in our life. But if you were to place your hands on your heart and just breathe in and affirm, I am love. I am love, I receive love, I give love equally. How does that feel for you? What comes up for you? Because we're only able to receive the love that we allow ourselves to receive. We can only give the love that we are capable of giving. So this message of giving and receiving love and weaving in and out of these identities and perceptions of what love is being highlighted. So as we enter in this space, ask yourself, what is the meaning of love? And how can I be a higher expression of this? What do I need to do within to perceive this? Or perhaps it's nothing. Perhaps it's just being in this still place, this stillness to receive the echoes, the frequencies of your pure heart. So bringing us into this higher love, this higher embodiment, and opening into a greater understanding of what this means. And in order to do this, one must heal our past relationships around identities, how we identify with love. And the one thing that comes up right now is, I don't know, some of you will remember it, some of you may not remember it, but that sitcom called Love and Marriage, and that whole idea of what a union, a sacred union, a loving relationship is about. You know, it was a comedy, but it was basically highlighting and making fun of what marriage should be. And these identities are collapsing, they're falling away. So that came up really strong, is bringing in a higher love, bringing in this deeper richness, this deeper understanding, this space for a compassionate heart, a space for patience, a space for forgiveness, a space for understanding. And this is within the self in order to be that mere reflection for others to receive, and vice versa. So this is this mirroring, this is this echo that's moving out right now and has been moving out. So many individuals have been going through this emotional roller coaster as layers upon layers have been releasing, or things have been coming up to be looked at, to be examined, to be felt, to take witness to observe, to catch those patterns and those beliefs that have kept us in a place where it's almost like an incubation place. And now many of us are shifting and our consciousness is rising, and this awakening is guiding us to these higher states of love, right? And this embodiment of the richness of true unification, of true unity, of what love is and what love truly means. And this love, again, is the echo of everything that we are connected to, right? The plants, the trees, nature, each other, the breath, what we eat, everything is interweaved in this energetic frequency of love. And whatever frequency it is, it still is this. Okay. So some of the crystals, let me just read this. Some of the crystals that came through, or the frequencies that were coming through, I wrote this down somewhere. Okay, yes, here. Rhodonite was coming through very strongly. And this crystal frequency is here to help with your personal power, your I am presence. And one of the things that you can do with this is simply place your hands on your heart and affirm, I am, then your name, I am. You know, so as an example, I would do, I am Jennifer, I am that I am, all that I am. I am. To feel this power. And then moving beyond that, out of the bodies into this frequency of your voice, of your energy. So Rhodonite is here to help with your personal power, and to put it in action, And this guidance is going to help you kind of navigate where you need to go and the things that you've been putting off, and highlight those areas. So if you've been experiencing any confusion, any uncertainty, this is a time to perhaps maybe purchase a rhodonite or call in the frequency of rhodonite to really help bring a deeper state of awareness around your personal direction, who you are right now, navigating on this earth. And it's also here to help remove the fear and, again, bring this higher state of love into your life. So it works with your root chakra, again, because it's about a foundation. It's about a stable path. Which direction are you going to choose? And if you think about that, most people go into, well, if I do this, then, what about this? What about that? So there's so many things in terms of creating a strong foundation. And rhodonite is here to help with that strong foundation, connecting to the higher heart, connecting to your heart's drum, this beat, this navigation that is guiding and directing you. So how can you create from this space of grounded heart coherence? How can you cultivate a space of clarity? So soothing away, releasing any anxiety, any pain, any panic, just really tuning into this frequency. Rhodonite is going to help you. Something else that came in too was frog medicine. And I mentioned in one of my videos that when I first realized that I was intuitive, I had some teachings, and one of my first books was a Native American animal book. And, I have it. I don't really go use it that much anymore, but it was one of my first books. You can see it was pretty tattered. But I remember when the frog came in, I remember this is a cleansing energy. So I wanted to bring this forth. Sing, frog, sing. Call the rains, quench the dryness, cleanse the earth, then fill me up again. And this is this energy of deep purification, but endings and rebirth. This is the cycle. These are karmic cycles. These are energetic cycles of death and rebirth. And we are moving through these cycles of cleansing, of purification, so that we can transform, alchemize, and move into this higher state of love. So the frog medicine came in. And I'm just going to, I'm holding the book out because I don't have my glasses, but frog speaks of new life and harmony through the rain song. The deep tones of the frog rivets are the call to the thunder beings, the lightning and the rain, the heartbeat that comes into harmony with Father Sky and calls in the need for replenishment. And this is something too, as we're moving into this new frequency of rebirth. There's a lot of endings, but rebirth. But what are you doing that creates a sense of balance and harmony within you? How are you replenishing yourself? A part of giving is cleansing yourself and any other person, place, or thing that does not contribute to the new state of replenishment. And this is, part of what they're saying is letting go of the old, letting go of the old identity, letting go of the old concepts, the structures that we once held so dearly to us, and inviting in, calling in, or creating space for this higher, I'm hearing like a higher octave of harmony into balance, into unification in self. So that came forth too with rhodonite energy. So, if you're moving through a lot of uncertainty right now, trying to navigate, if you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, unsure, just take a few moments and, place your hand on your heart, maybe, call your name or say your name out loud, and really tune into that I am presence, and feel your feet on the ground. Feel the connection of who you are right now in this moment in time, and honor that space. Honor that space and allow the energy, the cleansing energy, to move through you. Okay. So remember, love is your guide, and that could be an affirmation that you use, like, love is my guide. I am safe. Love is my guide. I will be directed, right? I will be directed. I will be directed. Okay. So green tourmaline was coming through too. And this is to help us move into these higher states of consciousness, these higher states of enlightenment. And it was really interesting because they were showing me the pink ray with flecks of like black, like tourmaline, right? So like helping balance and recalibrate, but also the green tourmaline. So the pink and the green of the heart chakra expanding. And I wrote down on, here it is. No, it is not. What came forth with this? Oh, yes. Okay. The green tourmaline is here to help with our nervous system. And I talked about in previous posts, with all this plasma light coming in, reactivating our light body, it's really doing, it's really putting a lot of pressure on our nervous system. So green tourmaline is going to help you with your nervous system. Again, you can call in the frequency, the consciousness of green tourmaline, or you can purchase one. This is also too a really good time for some automatic writing. And if you've never done automatic writing, it's literally you take a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, whatever you're guided to. Sometimes I'm guided to even use colors. So be open to it, be open to receive it. Maybe even get a couple of different colors, pencil crayons, you never know. And just allow your soul, allow yourself to just write. And maybe through this, your soul may want to create something like doodle or do an image or drawing or symbols. Whatever comes through, just allow it to come through, because this is this deep expression of your soul trying to come through, trying to communicate to you. So higher aspects of self coming through in this density plane to help guide you and accompany you on your next level of consciousness. So we are being guided to take some time to do some automatic writing, to create a beautiful sacred space, maybe get some flowers, some crystals. If you're using essence, spritz some essence in the room. just create this sacred container for this. Because in order to receive these higher downloads and activations, one must be in a space to not only receive it, but hold it there. Okay. And I'm hearing that these little flecks, these little nidbits of energy that are coming in, they're activating your life purpose. Okay. They're activating your life purpose. So there is a need for inner listening. So are you listening? Are you listening? Because sometimes if we're go, and we're really caught up in our outer reality and what's happening on the main stage, we can lose sight of our direction, of why we are here, right? As spiritual beings having this human experience. So green tourmaline supports this higher consciousness and helps you with direction, or sorry, helps you in working with rhodonite, will help you with your direction, give you patience, kind of help these. They're more like they're working together, I'm hearing, with like patience and planning and direction and higher expressions of self coming into now. So these two crystals are really coming forth. I was also receiving jade. So you can, if you have a little bit of jade, you can place it under your pillow or put it on your nightstand. It's just going to help you with dream time, sleep time. And I always say to remember your dreams, it's good to have a dream journal or something near the bed. So if you wake up, just write it down. Even again, just if it's a word or whatever it is, write it down. And in time, it will be revealed to you. Okay. Opal also came through again. I feel like Opal's really been with us lately. This is for emotional magnification. So this is magnifying, bringing things into the light. These crystal consciousness is here again to support us through this transitional time. So what is coming up for you? What is being amplified? What emotions are being highlighted here? And this is a part of this self-reflection, right? What are you feeling, but also what is being reflected to you? It's a mirror, right? What feelings, emotions, experiences are surfacing in. And I'm also hearing with this, you know, if there is a pattern there and it doesn't really resonate with you anymore, and you can catch that, that's what we talked about in the last video of watch what you are weaving in your reality and weaving in with other people. Okay. So remember, there's two sides of the coin here too, right? Co-creation can be a beautiful thing. What are you co-creating? What's weaving in your reality? What are you choosing to weave with others? So this is the self-reflection, this self-knowing, this deeper state of awareness that is being highlighted to you. And when I look at this web, you know how that sometimes if there's dew on it in the morning and the sun's hitting it, what is being reflected to you? This is what I'm hearing from the guides. What is being reflected to you? Yes. Bloodstone was also coming in, as well as I could hear dragon's blood for cleansing and purification. Labradorite, I talked about labradorite on my Instagram. This is helping us in that our personal power. This is helping us with free will, our choices. What are we choosing? Remember, every moment is a choice. So what decisions that you are making in every moment counts. In every moment counts. And also with this, they're saying the choices that you made, perhaps maybe there needs to be some flexibility around it. Like I'm hearing, don't allow your choices to be rigid, you know, allow them to be free flowing. Like, yes, maybe you're choosing to go in this direction, but let go of the control around that choice. soften the edges a little bit. I'm hearing soften the edges a little bit and surrender into the deeper state of knowing that there could be a shift there where you could be guided to opportunities down that choice, down that road, down that avenue, if that makes sense. So open yourself up to the possibilities around each choice, right? Because everything is a learning experience. What are you learning? What have you learned? What are you being shown? What, you know, who are you choosing to become in every moment? Allow yourself to soften to this. Let go of control. Okay. So when we can do this, this restores that energetic balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine aspects, weaving in the balance between both. Okay. And this can only be found in that deeper state of inner knowing. Inner knowing is shown in your outer reality. So they're also bringing me back to, I pulled this card earlier and I posted it on my Instagram. I'm just going to show that to you. Patience. I put patience and planning. Okay. There's no planning on here, but as many of you know, I just feel what the card feels like to me and bring through the message. And patience and planning. And in my last reading, I was seeing this split. Okay. Now there's a few things with this card. As things are cracking open, as things are shifting, this is not only this deeper understanding within self, but there is a call for acceptance for who you are right now. Okay, an acceptance of what is. And with this, we can breathe in. When we accept something, we create peace within ourselves. And when we create peace within ourselves, we create peace in our outer reality, right? We are that frequency of peace. So there's a call for patience as we plan, as we cultivate these seeds. And what is being broken open or cracked open for this new growth, right? For this new growth to be revealed. And that requires, I'm hearing, the richness of how you are nurturing yourself and the richness of others, how you are nurturing others, right? This is this giving and receiving, how we started, giving and receiving equally, giving and receiving equally. And if you think of a seed, it requires, right, the right soil, the right temperature, the right water, the right sunlight in order for it to grow. So patience and planning it is part of something that we are being guided and directed towards. So if there are a lot of things up in the air for you, what is it that you maybe need to go over? What is it that you may need to possibly release and let go of this like stranglehold on it, that it has to be a certain way? What is it that you perhaps have started to create, but perhaps you were in just a little bit of a null because these energies have been, you know, intense. So what is it that is being amplified here as this seed of renewal for you? Okay. Because remember, everything is always taking us deeper into a deeper state of understanding, of acceptance, of surrender. right, of knowing. Okay. What else did I want to talk about? Mhm. Yes. Okay. Patience, planning, self-love. You don't always get what you want, you get what you need, that Rolling Stone song, you know? I wrote that down, so I wanted to bring that forth. Slow down, allow these things to be grounded, right? Feel what it feels like in your body. How does this feel to me? How does this feel to me? Right? How does this feel to me? I also want to talk about dream space. We're going to bring the energy of jade in. Okay, we got 2 cards that just fell. Hold on. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to bring the frequency of jade in to help accompany with this. Okay. 2 more. Okay. So I'm just going to share a couple of things that have been going on with me, and perhaps you can relate to this. Just one more here. Wants to come through. Wants to put some challenges. Okay. All right. So there has been a very strong connection with previous lifetimes, other lifetimes, and Sirius B. So this is a water planet, and it's also a planet of many indigo children, and I just feel like there's been like a strong highlight here, like a strong calling. So many people from Sirius B are grid keepers, guardians, and they could be from Andromedan. Andromedan have lifetimes in Andromedan. And these are also individuals who are crystal keepers. So I would say if you're connected to the water, if you're connected to the crystals, if you have sensitivity with sound, you're really sensitive to sound. If you need if you're really called to be out in nature and connect to the water and to the earth, it's probably a good indication. I mean, I don't know, I would have to tune into and do an energy reading with you, but it's probably a pretty good indication that you have had a lifetime in Sirius. And this is also connection to the Aquafarians and the the whale, the Alpha Centaurians, the whale frequency, the dolphin energy too. So I feel like there has been a lot of healing that has been taking place, and I'm hearing for the Sirius B star seeds, don't give up. Don't give up. You're on the right path. Trust, have faith, all will be restored in time. And you are being guided to slow down and feel and listen deeply. And also the feeling of and the frequencies of the food that you're eating may need to be adjusted. Okay, may need to be adjusted. You may need to incorporate more rich nutrient foods in your diet. Making sure that you have enough minerals, enough natural salts in your diet. I just feel that the message coming through, you may even have already kind of shifted that, but you will be eating a lot lighter, a lot lighter. And this is so that you can carry these frequencies, again, because many of you are grid workers. You're the conduit that's going to bring it down into the ley lines, the dragon lines, right now. And moving forward, I'm hearing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I also wrote down communication and focus on your third eye, and allow it to be, allow these frequencies through your third eye to ignite your imagination, to ignite your imagination. And allow this to connect to your throat, as this is a form of true expression. And this is a way that we are weaving in and out of our worlds. Okay, in and out of our worlds. So the cards that came through, Page of Earth, good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. I feel like this is happening for so many starseeds and people on the planet right now. As we close out and clear up and let go of the old. I've talked about this before, but I feel like there's this real push now, right? This real push. Again, you can call in Rhodonite to help you make that decision if you are not clear yet, so that when these new fresh energies come in the next few days, you have that movement and direction forward. You have that clarity. Okay, so if you are thinking about doing something new, switching a job, going back to school, you know, maybe doing something on the side, this card signals a yes. This card signals a yes. You are being supported. You are being guided. It's time. And I feel like through this, there will be new doorways and avenues that are opening up, because in this, I see the butterfly of transformation and the stages that the butterfly must go through. And I'm also being shown the wings, right? That you have this energy to take flight, to not only start something, but it's something that's going to take off. It's something that is going to take off, but you must have belief in oneself, because she's actually holding, I'm going like this to try to open it like on a phone. Oh, Jen, a seed in her hand. So yeah, I feel like this is a sign, if you are thinking about doing something new, a change in profession, or, you know, maybe doing some schooling or some more study or going deeper into spiritual development. This is a good sign. This is basically, yes, you know, you're ready. You're ready. Your heart's directing you. Listen. And this is what they were saying earlier about allow yourself to listen deep. deeper. Allow yourself to listen deeper. Yeah. Okay. 2 of air, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, pretending that there's no problem. Yes. Okay. So this card comes up for individuals that may be in a relationship or a job. This is really interesting how these 2 are here, because this is almost like, see that the horns are crossing one another. So it's like, I'm going to pretend that nothing's wrong, but really I know that there's something wrong. So I'm just going to, move about my day and just everything's going to be okay. But really, they're not able to move forward, right? Because they're unwilling to let each other open and explore and navigate and move through. So whether, again, this is in a relationship or perhaps with yourself, unwilling to see beyond, right? Unwilling to see beyond, or unwilling to allow that deeper understanding, that state of awareness to set yourself free. That is the message that's coming there. Again, it's just, I just feel like there's so many endings. And with these endings though, right, it's rebirth. And in order to do that, really stepping into your personal power, really stepping into who you are, the deep presence of who you are, your soul's, okay, we got this flipped over. Your soul's light. Your soul's light. And I also feel like too, okay, I also feel like too, many of you that have been putting in the work, I said this in the other video they're saying, so I try not to repeat myself, but I feel like sometimes if messages need to come through more than once, there's a reason for this. If you have been taking the steps forward, I feel like there will be some recognition with that. I feel like there will be some movement guiding you, and people will see what you're doing, and perhaps help you or guide you, or again, you'll be recognized for what you are doing, the work that you are putting in. And however this shows up for you, could be humanitarian work, it could be, job related, it could be I'm hearing and seeing children. Yeah, however that shows up for you. Okay. All right. I'm also the deception card, right? The deception card and trapped in fear. So we are being guided. And if you look at both of these, they're very isolated, right? Closed off, closed heart, boxed in, withdrawn. So, this is a time that they're saying that many of you may feel this, or to take that time of self-reflection to move in, right? To move in and have that deeper state of awareness, but know that disruption is here to help break through the feeling of isolation and feeling boxed in. Because this person, if you can look, it isn't even moving. Because this idea that this is the way it has to be, it doesn't. But if you look at, see the bottom of the card, green, hope, new growth. I feel like this disruption is what's happening right now. It is, and I'm seeing like Legos, you know, you build something up and then someone just comes through and wipes it out, pushes it down and steps on it or breaks on it. I feel like this is what's happening. Is there will be a lot of, as we know this, right? This is an end of a cycle. There'll be a lot of disruption, and things that may make you feel, you know, uncertain. And this is where, again, we have been guided to let our hearts be our compass. Let our hearts be our compass. Because when this new moon, so we have the equinox energy, and then we have this new moon energy. This was, I feel like this card keeps coming up for the new love begins. We have these energies of renewal. Yes. Right. Trustworthy, compassionate, respected. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trust your heart. Take this time over the next few days leading up to the equinox. As mentioned before, maybe do some automatic writing, set up your sacred space, call in the frequency of some of these beautiful crystals that came in: green tourmaline, rhodonite, opal, jade to help you. And maybe even map things out for yourself. Maybe do, where do you see yourself in 2 months? Where do you see yourself in 6 months? Where do you see yourself in 1 year? What are the things that you need to do to help move this along? Who do you need to become? How do you need to nurture yourself? What areas are you not paying attention to? What areas do you need to do a little bit more reflection on? This magnifying glass keeps coming. What is being mirrored to you? What is being shown to you? Because we can't ignore this. It's coming up for a reason. So if it needs to be released, that's why that disruption card's coming in, right? In order to welcome in the new. This is death and rebirth. This is death and rebirth. I just flipped it, triumph and success. There will be success. There will be success with this. So I think I'm going to wrap it up today. So thank you so much. And I just want to wish you so much love, abundance, prosperity, and growth over the next few days. Take time to really listen and nurture those seeds. And yeah, I want to say, how are you choosing to cultivate your garden? How are you choosing to cultivate this deeper state of knowing? Yeah. Doriania Koreastar Ishtar Anyu Kusht Araya Nonia Dia Dia Dia. And through this deep acceptance, the symphony of love will play within your heart. Daria Noria Kia. Bye for now.